Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Convos. My name's Ashley, and this is my cousin, confidant, and co-host,
Reagan. And here we like to discuss things that are going on in the world.
And what's going on in our own lives.
Nothing is off the table here. So pull up a chair and join us for another Saturday night conversation.
Hey guys, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Reagan with her pink microphone.
Hey, I know you're jealous. It's okay.
Oh, I am, truly. I personally wish I had a pink microphone.
We can order you one, then we can be like twins.
Just hanging with our pink microphones.
Well, it would be better than the jumpsuits that we had to wear as kids.
Oh my
Matching
god.
jumpsuits, right?
Which were also pink. Oh my god. I feel like that is a story. Like, I feel like we need to have a story time. Like, and I feel like that is a good
Distraction from all the chaos that's going on in the world.
Okay. Like, I feel like that is a good story if you feel comfortable sharing that.
Sure. I don't know how much you know or remember, but
I do. The thing is that is something like I don't know if I will ever forget. Like us, I think we were 9, like 10, or were we 12? Like that part I don't remember.
11
8?
or 12.
Okay.
No, 11 or 12. We were older.
I'm just throwing out. Okay. Which almost makes that even worse. Like they were.
I know. So basically what happened was Ashley was down in the big city of London for, I think it was March break, right?
It was March break.
And my mom and aunt I don't know if they had been out shopping and had seen these or if they saw them in a catalog or what, but they took us shopping specifically to buy
matching
velvet
sweatsuits. Matching velvet sweatsuits. And like we tried to go for more like darker colors. And then we got brought towards these like, look, they're so cute.
These things were ugly as shit. They were pink and brown. I'm not even kidding you. Like
no, they were pink with like brown stripes. Like
and
on the side.
Yeah, and you know why we had to get those ones, Ashley? Because those were the only like ones that they had multiple sizes or like multiple like of the same size, I feel like.
Okay.
Because I wanted like a light blue set.
I remember that.
And my mom was like, no, you're getting these. I think I wore that like once, maybe 2 or 3 times. But
and like we are both like fair skinned. Like you can wear one set of pink, but like you're gonna get drawn out with pink. I know I do. like blonde hair, like yeah, very fair.
Yeah, it was a hot mess, and I don't know what you did with yours, but I sent my set to the Goodwill while I was in high school.
I don't
kept that long.
I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
Wink wink.
I remember it stayed around for a while though.
Yeah.
But that is the story of the matching sweatsuits.
So yes, I think we should get you a pink microphone. So then we can have.
Oh my god! So we have matching microphones. Oh, that was We have more stories like that because we spent lots of March breaks together.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is new in your world? Anything exciting?
No. Nothing exciting.
Nothing at all?
No, nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Actually, you know what? I do have something exciting happening. You made me think of it. Hold the phone. Stop the presses. Okay, so for the past several months, I've been filling my time by researching skin cancer because, that's fun. That is super fun. And ways to, sell products or whatever and just raise awareness about skin cancer because this is becoming like a serious thing for our age demographic.
100%.
1 in 6 will get skin cancer in their lifetime in the millennial category demographic, and that extends right down to even people who are 15. Like, it's a big deal. So I've been researching different things, different business opportunities and stuff like that. And I kind of put that on hold.
Yeah.
And I started to go more towards the awareness. Like, how can I create a little bit of awareness for this? Right? We have the social media universe and everybody creates a website and whatever else.
Multiple websites.
Right? But it's a good way to bring awareness to something. And this is just my little part. So I will be launching the website, I don't know, sometime this week. It'll be up by the time this is up. And it's just an informational website with, information on know your risk, reduce your risk. So how do you reduce your risk?
Mm-hmm.
You can do multiple things. What are the environmental impacts that are causing skin cancer? And then there's helpful links in relation to all that stuff, because I found there's a lot of information on the internet about skin cancer, melanoma, basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell, I can name it all. I just did. There's a lot of information, but you kind of have to know where to go to get the good information. So I've kind of tried to take some of that good information and just put it in one spot. Where, you can learn and then you can click and you can learn some more about what you're doing, right? So that'll be going. And then there's also an Instagram account that will be going live sometime this week with different facts and tidbits about skin cancer, raising awareness about that, educating people on how to reduce their risk. So so that's what's going on in my world this week, Ashley.
That is amazing. That is. And we will link everything because I took over the Instagram and have been having super amounts of fun with it. I was at work, so I worked like a night shift Saturday night, so I was doing Instagram stuff at like 12:30 at night.
I know. You know what? I got a notification on my phone from Instagram saying somebody in Leamington, Ontario has logged into your Instagram account.
Y'all didn't know where I live. Now you do. It's actually not where I live, but okay. But yeah, so I don't know. But no, that is amazing.
I mean, it's nothing special, but it's my part. And
I think that's the biggest thing is we're all doing our parts, right? Like we're all, and you don't feel like that is a big deal, but for somebody else that doesn't know the signs of basal, I can't even pronounce some of the words.
Basal cell carcinoma,
exactly, basal cell carcinoma, or even, let's be honest, like skin cancer in general, like really has kind of taken off in the last 10 years. Like for us as kids, I don't remember. Maybe we as maybe we, because we have a lineage of it. But not all families have that.
Exactly. And you know what?
So normalizing it because 1 in 6, well, sorry, if you have 5 other friends, one of yours it's going to be affected.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think it's amazing.
It's the third most common cancer in or one of the top 3 common cancers in females of our age too. So
I love the stats you're throwing around.
And
They're actually kind of depressing me,
millennial
but
men have a higher risk of dying from melanoma. And I mean, like I said, there's 3 kinds. I focus on melanoma. In this, I try to focus on all 3 because it's so wide. But melanoma is the big one, and that's the one I'm most familiar with. So I will be focusing more on melanoma, but just skin cancer awareness in general. It's really important.
Yeah.
So it's my part. It's no big deal. If one person gets something out of it, then awesome. That's what I did it for. So you can follow along. I think the Instagram is Project Sunaware, but like Ashley said, it'll be linked.
it will be linked.
Yeah.
That is very, very cool.
Well, thank you. So what is new in your world?
Again, just life, not anything crazy. Like, I don't know. I think you have found a passion project, and I think I did want to. So usually during the week, I'll be sending Reagan like these crazy like I'll find something and I'll be like, ooh, that'll be a good thing to talk about. Ooh, that will be a good thing. That's why I send you so many links. So I have it all in one spread instead of like writing stuff down. I just send it to you.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? But the what I was thinking about this week was when I graduated from my master's program, I was like, I'll know what I want to do. Yeah, it will just come. And, you know, I'm a couple months out and like I have got a job, which I am extremely excited about. But I'm like, do I want to do this like long term? I don't know. And I think that's something I feel like a lot of people can relate with, where I'm like, did I just spend a lot of money for nothing? And I don't know, like it's really finding what you're passionate about and what you can't not fix, or like not, I don't know if fix is the right word, but I had a quote that I have no idea, like I had an interview and I went in with that quote. But yeah, it's the last couple months have been like, do I really want to keep on doing the same thing for the next like 35 years? It's a long fucking time.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you've got on your mind right now, because I've had the exact same thing on my mind for the last several weeks, and I continue to with some stuff that's happened in my life as I ponder it. But I think the best thing that we can do is not look at the long game.
Yeah, right? No, I agree, and that's why I'm like,
because we have no idea where we'll be in 10 years or 20 years or what, right? Life has so many ups and downs and different events,
or what opportunities are going to come your way. Like I really, and that's why I do have, like, I am starting a job, and it's, in all honesty, something that is going to give me new opportunities and just like really just kind of expand. Like I'm really excited about it, but eventually that will end, and from there I'm like, you know what, I don't know, but I'm going to take in what I can from this. So I don't know, from your like passion project, I love it. I think it's great to like I don't know, follow that and really find that.
Yeah. For sure.
So
for sure.
That is great. I was gonna say we've had some extra traction on our Instagram, so we should just kind of say, like, we probably should have done this at the start, but like who we are.
Do a short
if you want to.
Yeah. We can do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. that'd be
You
cool.
can go first.
Oh, I can go first.
I can come up with the idea, but you have to go first.
Okay.
See how that works?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the meat of the let's get into the meat of the potato this week, because I don't know, there's some stuff going on in the world that is just crazy to think about, heartbreaking. What are you doing? Are you taking a
Posting-
picture?
Both of our things are like, whatever. I'm doing it for Instagram.
Okay.
Smile.
Anyways, all right. So let's talk Ukraine and Russia. You want to do that?
We
I-
can. In all honesty, like I don't feel like I have a good grasp on all of it, other than Putin's just an asshole.
He is an asshole. I agree.
Like it's I don't know. You can probably give more
Okay.
backstory to a lot of it.
Let's look at it this way, because a lot of people maybe in the same right. There's a lot of people that don't pay attention to world events. I'm kind of weird that way. But let's break it down. Do you know why Russia invaded Ukraine?
I'm guessing for resources.
No.
That's how much I like,
Okay.
and I don't want to sound dumb, but that's
Okay. That's great, actually. And you know what? There's a lot of, I've had to explain this to my sister like 5 different times because she doesn't understand it.
okay.
Okay, so let's talk Ukraine and Russia. So Russia was part of the Soviet Union from 1922 to 1991. 91 is when the Soviet Union collapsed.
Okay.
Okay. So when the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine became a separate independent nation.
Mm-hmm.
91, actually. So it's 2022. So
31 years ago, which really is not that long ago.
It's a baby.
This, putting into context, people, we're only turning 30.
Yeah. You're closer to it than I am, but whatever. Okay. So through that, they've had to navigate kind of becoming independent, figuring out an economy, all that stuff. So they've had a lot of economic recessions, they've had a lot of government corruption, but 2014 they finally got to a place where their democracy was starting to flourish. People were actually voting and having their voices heard. It wasn't just a mirage, right? And at that same time, Crimea and the Donbass, which is like the southern region, that was all invaded by Russia. And that was during the Sochi Olympics. So I don't know if you remember that, but there were athletes who weren't competing as like a protest to it.
Okay, it does sound familiar.
Yeah. Okay. So during that 2014, like I said, that's when their democracy really starts to flourish. People want independence. People want that democracy. People want to be part of the West, part of the EU, so the European Union, part of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, right?
Mm-hmm.
So NATO is made up of many European Western countries, United States, Canada, and that was all formed after World War II. Okay. So if we fast forward to today, so there's been that push for the European to be part of the EU and NATO. That push has been on, especially in the last few years after Vladimir Zelensky was elected. Okay. NATO, Ukraine becoming a part of NATO, is a huge threat to Putin because Ukraine lies between Russia and Europe. They're like this bridge between the West and the East.
Yeah.
And Russia sees that as the threat.
Okay. That
That's
does make
why,
sense.
That's why they've invaded. They want to take over Ukraine, make it a neutral, quote unquote, neutral territory, and install a government of its own. The other goal to that would be to rebuild the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So this is why this is such a big thing and such an important thing right now. And we're seeing the world respond. We're seeing, hell, even Switzerland and Sweden, who are like neutral.
Yeah. I did
and,
hear that.
And don't get involved. They're getting involved with sanctions and stuff. So this is a big deal. And it's scary. Like, this is the first invasion of Europe since World War II. Full scale invasion.
It's I don't know. It's just like seeing stuff like this that really hasn't happened again in our lifetime. Not that like bombs haven't been dropped, like that kind of stuff we've seen, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about, because I mean, there's been war in Israel. Israel and Palestine is a good example, or Syria, Iraq, the Middle East, right? There's always been war there throughout our lifetime.
It's been ongoing.
But I don't know, Ukraine, it's just different. And that's proving in the response that is happening right now. Right? It's different. And it's a huge threat. So, but I mean, we've also seen the spirit of the Ukrainian people, right? Their perseverance, their strength, their will to keep fighting.
That does, like, now that you explained it, like it and like going back to 2014, I do remember, again, I don't follow the Olympics very, as we've said before, but I do remember that. Like, it's,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I couldn't imagine. I mean, we're both 29. I was talking to somebody who has a friend in Ukraine who's in Kyiv. He's 27. He has a wife and he's with his in-laws. So he has to stay because all men are conscripted to fight. So he has stayed with his in-laws and his wife, and every time they hear the bomb alert, the huge siren that goes out across the city, they run to the bomb shelter, the local bomb shelter. Ashley, 27, and there's so many people that are experiencing this in that specific age demographic, because Ukraine and Kyiv specifically, it's a very young population. This is something that most of them have never experienced before. Most of them have had no contact with the Soviet Union, right? So, and then obviously you've got the older generation that remembers it and doesn't want it and fights back, but 27.
It's I've been watching like one of the old pro dancers on Dancing with the Stars. I forget what his name is, and I feel bad for that. But he is Ukrainian, but he lives in America, and he was in Ukraine for like their version of Dancing with the Stars. And he's like putting Instagram videos on, like being like, I'm safe, and then like being like, over the last week, being like, now I'm going to try and get out of Ukraine. However, getting out of Ukraine right now is like, there's like lineups.
There's huge lineups.
Yeah. And even like to go get groceries and like all of this stuff, or like to get gas. Like I saw this one video where like it was probably 100 cars.
Yeah.
I understand, like, I understand everything. I do, but then I'm also like the humanity of it, that just because one person or a group of people are scared, are terrified that, oh my God, people are going to join NATO.
It's literally one person.
Yeah, one person
Yeah.
feels that way. So they're going to
Yeah.
basically try to take out an entire country of people. It's not like we haven't heard that before.
Yeah, and you know what? On Instagram, I follow an account, and they've been posting. It's like a Ukrainian account that's keeping up with things that are going on. And they've posted some videos of Russians who have been captured, Russian troops.
Yeah.
Most of these kids are literally kids, 18, 19, 20
Yeah.
years old. Some of them, most of them didn't even know that they were going to fight. So I heard on the TV that some of them thought that it was just a training exercise, and then next thing they know, they're in Ukraine. Others were told, you'll be welcomed, you'll be given flowers, and the response is not what they were expecting. And rightly so, they're scared out of their minds because they are literally kids.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't know. I have a problem with like that. That is horrifying. Like that is that. And then you have like the fact that I saw this one post where it was like parents sending their kids to school or writing their kids' blood type on their tags.
I heard that today from someone.
That to me is gut-wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is completely gut-wrenching. War to me is at the baseline that we as humans can't accept humanity.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I don't, yeah. But then we go back to like the Freedom Convoy and all of that shit being like, we need freedom. And I'm like, can you go to the grocery store? Can you go get gas? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And if anybody else wants to complain about it or get into a tiff fight with me, then just shut up. I'm sorry. But if I had to write my son's blood type on his tag to send him to school and then worry about what that is, that's where generational trauma begins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to wear a mask over your face. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
A little bit.
Said perfectly, Ashley. That was said perfectly. Because I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking about all these people complaining about mandates, and I don't like the mandates, and these people protesting in Ottawa and occupying the streets, and you have the freedom to do that. You had the freedom to do that. Look at these people in this other country who are literally rushing to the Polish border to escape.
Because they are so scared.
Exactly.
That is... there's no words for that. And like, what can you take? You can literally take a bag, 2 bags. They're leaving their livelihoods and becoming refugees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There's
a lot going on in the world, and this is just one more thing. And I'm not gonna lie, Ashley, I really missed 2019. The world wasn't perfect back then.
Can we go back there? Actually, you know what? 2019 was a pretty good year. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
Like, I would go back to that.
I know. Gas prices were lower. There wasn't a plague, and Russia wasn't invading Ukraine unprovoked.
You're like, get back in your fucking lane, Russia.
Honestly, I feel like Mussolini, he was hung by the people of Italy. He was hung upside down and like death. I would love nothing else if that happened to Vladimir Putin.
Hypothetically, of course. I don't know. He's something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. He's crazy. And you know what the best part is about, well, not the best part, but the funny part that we have to find a little bit of humor in everything. I've been watching the news channels because I'm cool like that. And I've been watching some of the Fox News coverage. And they have been pro-Ukraine,
Oh my God.
pro the government, anti-Putin, all this stuff. Whereas this time last year, Ashley, or this time last year or a couple of years ago, it was Ukraine is bad. Ukraine is helping the Democrats win the election. Trump and Biden are awesome. I love Putin. That's all it was. And we've done a total 180. And it's
I saw this one, and I think it was like, I don't know, maybe on my Facebook watch or something, where it was like them comparing Putin on a horse, like shirtless, comparing him to Barack Obama, being like, look at this manly horse riding. We should have Putin as a leader. This was Fox News, comparing him to like Barack Obama on a bike, wearing a helmet, being like, he's wearing a helmet. Ew. And I'm like, Fox News, I'm not even kidding you. I'm like, this is a fucking dictator, you morons.
I know.
Like,
and
not even, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, not kidding.
I think I remember that story. But that's the thing with Fox News, right? They only report on what will get them rating and what is trending in the moment.
Oh my God.
I guarantee this time next year, if Trump is running for office again, which Lord, I pray he doesn't. But if
Lord,
he does,
pray he probably will.
If he does, it'll be pro Trump and Putin all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the sad thing is? The sad thing is the Republican Party, the far right of the Republican Party, they are very pro Putin.
Oh, it's far, far right.
Far.
You're like, far right.
Well, there was a senator on, Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee. And why do I know this? I don't know why I know this. But Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee was on Fox News the other day. And she's very pro-Putin before this. And now she's very pro-Ukraine. And I'm like, can you not just pick a side, please?
No, she goes for whatever side best suits her.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Exactly. Anyways. Yeah. Anyway, so that's
I feel like some people need to be canceled. You know how Whoopi almost got canceled?
100%.
They, like Russia, just needs to be canceled. Like, goodbye, Putin. Like, go live on it. You guys, Russia is a very big country. It probably has a very cold island somewhere. We can go stick Putin on an island.
Yeah, but see, this is the problem. Russia has a very, very long history of different people who have taken over and dictated, right? We think of Stalin.
Mm-hmm.
The term czar is Russian because those used to be royal dictators. The problem is once Putin's gone, there's going to be someone else.
True.
Because it's a way of life that those people have known for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
You think about Ukraine, right? Like in 91, when they were released from the Soviet Union, they really didn't know how to form a democracy. They didn't know what a democracy was.
Yeah.
Right? Fast forward to 2013, 2014, they finally figured it out, and it's only gotten better. I mean, the president before Zelensky is also out in the streets fighting the Russians. Right? Like,
No,
This
but
is
I
a
think
big
that
deal.
that right there, the fact that
And Zelensky,
like, they-
he hasn't left. He hasn't left
Mhm.
Ukraine. He's still there, even though he could very well be killed. Like, these are people who love their country and who want to see democracy flourish. And
Yeah.
so when you compare that, right, like the people of Russia, they don't know what democracy is because they've always been told what to do and where to go and what they can say and what they can't say. Now, I will say it's interesting to see, because you can't protest in Russia. You protest, you're arrested. You're done. There's been 6,000 people, though, arrested for protesting. There's huge crowds in the capital, in the major cities. Huge crowds protesting, right? So
because it's not
Russian people.
everybody's opinion that Ukraine should be
Exactly.
invaded. It's
Exactly.
one old man who needs a hobby.
One old man who needs to be tucked into the psych ward and taken away in a
Psych ward calling Putin. However, this is the comments of Saturday Night Convos. Yeah, I don't know.
Another disclaimer.
I need to actually come up with one, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a whole fuckwad. Like this just.
It is. It is. And I mean, if Russia, this is the scariest part. If Russia steps out of line and goes into, because Ukraine, so there's Ukraine right in the middle, Russia is on the right, and on the left, all these countries, you think of Poland, Romania, Moldova, Hungary, all of these countries are a part of NATO. So if the Russians cross over into one of those, World War III will break out because Article 5 will take over, which says that you attack one, you attack all. That's the scariest part.
That is scary. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And here we thought 2022 would just be another COVID year. COVID's the last thing on people's minds.
Oh, COVID's done now. I was telling my sister this the other day because she saw a license plate from Ohio. And she's like, they want to live in a good country, a safe country. I was like, sure about that? She's like, yeah, COVID's safe. I was like, Dawn, COVID is like done now. She's like, no, it's not. I said, it's done. It is like the last thing on people's minds now.
No, but I agree. Like, really, like, we're starting to ease up restrictions. Like, it's starting to. I think people are feeling.
Damn time.
I think people are feeling more comfortable.
Yeah.
I think. Again, if you have a difference of opinion on that, let us know. Instagram us at Saturday Night Convos. But I don't know. I feel like the entire world needs to go to fucking therapy and figure out their fucking issues. Can we put Putin in with like Ukraine and like see how that comes out? Or Putin just needs to go to therapy for himself.
I just told you, Putin needs a straitjacket. There's no therapy about it. He's crazy. He's insane.
Just put him in.
Do you know what the KGB is, Ashley?
Yes.
You know what the KGB is?
Yes.
He was an officer of that. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Not the good kind.
He attacks people with chemical agents. He's in the same lane as Kim Jong-un. They could both be in the same facility.
Just put them both in straight jackets, waddling around like penguins.
Yes.
I just like penguins, so.
Yeah. No.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh God, it's weird. The world is a shit show. And it looks like it's not getting any better anytime soon.
And we're just part of it. We're just part of it.
Just live your best life.
Just live your best life. That's all you can do.
Exactly.
Maybe stay out of Russia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Any plans I had of like going to Europe anytime soon, those are off the table.
Good idea.
Not that I was planning to go to Europe anytime soon, but
I would take them off the table. Don't let that ink dry. No.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else going on?
Nothing. Honestly, I've just been watching. And you know what? This hour today, because we're not recording on a Saturday, because Ashley had other plans.
Sorry.
But recording on a Monday afternoon at 3:30 is great because it means I'm not enmeshed in what's
CNN.
Because I've been watching way too much. But no, I have nothing else. Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about, Ashley?
Not really. Like it's been pretty quiet. The SAG Awards were just on. However, I don't watch them, so
I like that. The SAG Awards were on, but I don't watch them.
But yeah, other than that, it's yeah, I'll have to watch last year I watched Love is Blind on Netflix, and I'll have to watch season 2 to give my reactions of that. But last year I found it kind of cringy.
Can we talk about something quick? Okay. I don't know if this is becoming a growing trend with award shows, but I did hear on the highway, Sirius XM, they've been promoting the American Country Music Awards, right? The ACMs.
Yeah.
And I think they're like next week or in 2 weeks, but they're not on like CBS. So usually they're on like a major cable network. They're on Amazon Prime this year. And this is the second award show I know of in the past year that has done their broadcasting on a streaming network, which I just find odd in one sense. And it also shows you the power of like streaming networks, I guess. Right?
Streaming networks.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's there was another one too though that went on a streaming network.
Oh yeah, the Golden Globes. They didn't. The Emmys.
So
yeah, they didn't stream at all, or they weren't on TV at all this year. Yeah,
which also to me like shows how like to me insignificant like CBS like those are becoming.
Yeah,
which to me like if it's like the ACMs like that should be like that's huge to me. That's huge. Like that's awarding like the performers for the year.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it should just be on a whatever, but
yeah, no, I just thought it was really weird. Yeah,
but yeah, we'll have to look up the actual reason for it. And
yeah, if you know why more award shows are going to streaming networks, and maybe it has to do with money.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe
Money.
Maybe they're letting people like streaming services and whatever bid on it. Yeah. But
I don't know. But if you know why this is happening, let us know. Send us a DM on Instagram and let us know, because I would be interested in finding the answer.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Saturday Night Convos. Like us on Instagram.
Follow. No, it's not like us.
Sorry,
it's
follow us.
And you know what? Maybe we should make a Facebook page. I don't know. Do people use Facebook?
I don't know.
Maybe we should on TikTok.
Oh, that'd be fun. And then also rate us. When you listen, rate us. That is huge.
Yeah, that would really help us to know, what you guys like, what you don't like. And you can leave us comments too. If you have like an opinion on something we discussed, or you just really hated our podcast episode, let us know.
Which really, guys, like, we're okay with. Like, just
100%.
just let us know. We're pretty easygoing. If you can't tell that from our our conversations. But let us know. Or if there's something you want us to cover, we're good with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
100%. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in our next episode. Or I guess I don't know. I guess we won't see you because there's no video.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, bye guys.